My wealthy sister-in-law canceled my invitation to her $100,000 wedding. We can't have poor relatives in the photos. I sent a gift anyway. When she opened it live, it was the deed to her venue, which I had just bought. The call came on a Tuesday while I was testing recipes at my bakery. Aaron's name lit up my phone, and I answered expecting to hear about cake flavors or seating charts. Instead, he said, "Veronica doesn't want you at the wedding." I stopped kneading dough. What? She says having a baker as family doesn't fit the aesthetic. It's about the photos, the narrative her parents want. A baker. That's what 12 years of raising him amounted to. I was 19 when our parents died. He was 7. I dropped out of college and worked 3 jobs to keep us afloat. Put him through private school because he deserved better. Wore the same outfits for 2 years so he could have new clothes. And now his fiancé thought I wasn't good enough for wedding photos. Are you seriously uninviting me because Veronica thinks I'm too poor? She's threatening to call it off. This wedding cost more than most people make in 3 years. The Ashfords have a reputation to maintain. I see the invitation on my fridge. That cardstock probably cost more than my weekly groceries. He went quiet. I could hear Veronica's voice in the background, sharp and insistent. "I'm sorry," he finally said. I hung up, sat there surrounded by warm ovens and rising bread. 5 years building this business from nothing. Working 18-hour days, earning every client through quality and reputation. I wasn't wealthy like the Ashfords, but I wasn't poor either. I was successful and self-made, and that still wasn't enough. That night, I remembered something. Years ago, I'd delivered a cake to Rosehaven Manor for a society wedding. While setting up, I'd overheard the owner complaining about wanting to sell. She was tired of entitled brides and impossible demands. A terrible, wonderful idea started forming. I called my accountant the next morning. "Helen, run numbers on my liquid capital. Another expansion? You just bought that new oven. Not an expansion. What do you know about Rosehaven Manor?" Long silence. "The wedding venue? That's worth millions." Why? I told her everything. About being too poor for family photos. About 12 years of sacrifice reduced to embarrassment. Helen's response was creative with profanity. "Let me make calls. Don't do anything crazy." But crazy was exactly what I was feeling. She called back 2 hours later. "Margaret Chen owns Rosehaven. She's desperate to sell, had 3 buyers back out. She might take $6 million. I did quick math. The bakery was worth $2 million. My savings, investments, the inheritance I'd kept for Aaron. I can do $4 million liquid. Set up a meeting. Lily, you'd be risking everything. Set it up, Helen." 2 weeks of negotiations followed. Margaret Chen was a sharp 70-year-old tired of bridezillas. When I explained my vision transforming the venue into an event center with an artisan bakery, her eyes lit up. "You're that baker," she said during our 3rd meeting. "The hummingbird cake for the governor's daughter. My staff still talks about it. That's me. And you want to buy my venue despite your sister-in-law?" "I want it because it's a solid investment. Despite is just a bonus." She laughed. "I like you, Lily Chen. $4 million for 60%. I keep 40 and help run it for a year. Deal?" We shook on it. Papers were signed Friday afternoon. Aaron's wedding was Saturday at 2. That morning, I had my lawyer deliver an elegantly wrapped box to the venue with instructions to give it to Veronica during her bridal brunch at 11. I sat in my new office at Rosehaven, looking out at gardens where in 3 hours my brother was supposed to get married. My phone started ringing at 11:07. Aaron. Veronica. Aaron again. Unknown numbers. Text messages flooding in from confused to furious. I ignored them all. Inside that box was the deed with my name on it, and a letter from my lawyer explaining that as new majority owner, I was terminating their event contract immediately. All deposits non-refundable for their original agreement. Around noon, Aaron showed up. I watched from my window as security stopped him at the gate. He was in his tuxedo, face red, gesturing frantically. I picked up when he called. "Lily, please, this is insane. 200 guests are coming in 2 hours. I can't actually. I own this place now. Veronica's family flew in from Paris. Should have thought about that before deciding I wasn't good enough to attend. Just let us have the wedding. We'll figure everything else out." "No, Lily, you chose her over me, Aaron. Over 12 years of putting you first. She said I was too poor for photos, and you let her. Now she can explain to 200 guests why there's no venue." I hung up, turned off my phone, made coffee in my new office kitchen. Through the window, I watched them leave. Aaron's shoulders slumped. Veronica screaming into her phone, probably trying to find any venue for 200 people in 2 hours. Good luck with that.